So yeah, I just had to get that off the ground. It fell off the table here, so one of my lights is now. I got to put it back together. None of the wires broke, so that's good. So I'm going to turn this up to 12. And we're looking for that meter to get to about 65. Move it in a little bit. Everything seems a little small. We're getting there. There we go. Right in the middle. There goes the light. See it light up? Heck yeah, man, that's it. That's all we really need. I mean, it's as dim as it can be, but it's lit. All contactless. Contactless. Wow. That is so cool, man. That is ever so much harder to light than a 12 volt LED, which we're going to be using. That is awesome. Awesome, man. And then the only reason it only went up to 65 is because the load's on. Take the load, turn the load off. Put it back up to 12. Yeah, look at that. See? That's what it is without a load. Alright, so I'm gonna change it to the amps. Oh my god, that can't be right. That is not right. Let's turn the load on. There you go. That's still a lot of amps for this. This is awesome. I'm gonna turn it off now. Wow. And now we're just getting coil collapses, I guess, without power. I don't know what's going on. Why you guys still have so many amps with the power off? The load's on. Well, the load is definitely running. See, there's without the load. With the load. There's definitely a load on there. Okay. That's awesome though, man. This coil is freaking fabulous. It's 12 connections of 20 at 16 feet, and 12 connections of 26 at 16 feet. And one works as a trigger, but when I put it on the signal generator and we're not using the trigger, I'm going to connect the trigger to the main drive with this. And we're going to get two distinct magnetic fields. Either they're going to overlap or they're going to... There's lots of things that could happen with this. But they're not the same. So they're going to either amplify, or it's going to be multiplicative, or it's going to be additive, or it's going to be a negative effect. Could so be a negative effect, but we're going to figure all this out. What do I mean by a negative effect? I mean, like, when the two fields are combined, you can't really do anything with it, so you have to back it out farther. Because I don't think that the 26, we'll see what happens though, because it's going to draw the amps for a 20, and then it's going to hit this diode, which is 1,004 amps, and yeah, it's either gonna fry that thing. It's not gonna fry it, but it's gonna try and force more amps than the 26 can handle through the 26, and I don't think that's even gonna be possible. But it's gonna try, and I believe that when it tries to do that, you're gonna get a small burst of like resistance energy. I don't even know what you would call it, but like a reverberation effect of, like boom, something like that. That's what I always thought would happen. There's definitely going to be a bottleneck there for current, at least. All right, so I want to do that. I love how like spinny that wheel is. Spinny. All right. So we'll take that off, and that's the ground. Where? Oh, that's the ground. Okay. So we're now going to put the ground on the 26, and we're going to clip this diode to the end of the 20, to the end of the 26. And now we've effectively removed the trigger and made it part of the drive. Sweet. We need to take the signal generator and hook it up to the transistor. So one goes on the base, the other goes on the emitter. And I think we all have everything still hooked up. I guess we'll go one at a time for now. I mean, it's kind of redundant in the beginning, but in the end, it has a little bit more of an effect, going 1 hertz at a time. Here, now, let's turn that off one more time. Jack it up to 12 volts. And I want to see if this works, because, I mean, whenever I move this coil, like something comes unconnected, but we're about to see. So we're at 8 hertz right now, and we're already above a volt. Now let me see if we'll go up to where, you know, like 136. You go 10 at a time. There we go. There's 21 hertz. 31. 41. 51. 131. Let's take a look at the. Oh. Turn that off for now. Alright, the litz coil here does not have we're getting about 200 volt spikes. There it is. Alright. So yeah, it looks like about between 150 and 200 volt spikes. Look at that. But yeah, that's because the light's off. Let's turn the light back on. So I just, you know, I had another idea here. Yeah, about 200, in between 230 and 260. It's not, I don't know, this seems a little on the slow side with them connected together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it off and I'm going to disconnect them. I might run 2 separate transistors with this, because I noticed that when you run them parallel, you get a much better result than if you're doing them in series if they're different gauges. I mean, the golden rule is keep the gauges the same, you'll have a lot less to worry about. But I never like doing that, so I don't do that really. Okay. Oh yeah, look at that already. We're only at 1.95 volts in. Oh, that was the problem. 4 volts. Doesn't seem like it's responding very well. Maybe it's too high on the hertz. I don't know. Maybe it's too low on the hertz. Anyway, we're gonna we're gonna hook up one of our single file coils here in just a minute. I'm just doing some solid state testing on what do you call it? The multi-filer coil here. All right, let's get a good look at this because it looks like. Here we go. And that's rectified, so that's right. It's almost 500 hertz. So it's not very much. At least not on that side. About 120 average. Heck yeah. Alright, if that comes again, I'm going to take it. That's really different than what it is on the wheel, though. On the wheel, it's nice and crisply timed because there's 4 magnets. Seems like it would be, that well. Here, let's keep turning it up, though. No, it's going down a little bit. 120. Oh, I was going the wrong way with that. It's hard to see with these trifocals. So yeah, that's low. Low. I don't know what the deal is. Like I said, the timing must be way better on the wheel here. I can get way more voltage. Wow. Okay. Let's turn the light on. No, see, with the light on, it's got to be 65. Here, let me just go up to like 5 kilohertz. Nope. Okay. 1. So it's below a kilohertz. To 300, yeah, that's about right. But wow, I don't understand why that isn't like much greater. Maybe it's because the magnet's added to the voltage on the meter. But it shouldn't have. It was at least, 3 inches far from it. It shouldn't have been like that much of an impact. And I'm talking about this coil right here. It's 18,000 turns of 32 with a soft iron core. Should be able to pick up anything in the field. Not as good as like 38 or 36 or 42, but it definitely should pick up anything making a field. And convert it into voltage. I'm talking about an electromagnetic field. Alright, so, well, we still got this one hooked up. Let's hook up our first failed attempt at a. So what this one would do is it would have like 6 other ones equal size. And we put it on there like that. In a nice hexagonal ring around the hole right there. And we see what we get out of it total, and then with this one, this is 3,000 turns, exactly. And then I use this to gauge how big the triangle ones need to be. Because they need to be, in my calculations, and they end up needing to be exactly the same size as the drive. But there's 6 of them. So 1,500. Turns per coil. That's better, actually. That's a little bit more stable. Alright. So let's turn her on. 12 volts, that's what we're doing. Let's hope this works. Because, like I said, that cable, that coil is, I taped it together, virtually twisted it and taped it together because I don't have enough of these. So that's all electrical tape and twisting. Alright, so we're on at 371 volts. So this is virtually how much we're getting out of that coil. I mean, we get more on the wheel, for sure. Oh, we can go higher with the hertz with this littler one. Alright, so right around 500 hertz. And that's going to be our staple. Actually, let's just make that all the same every time we do this. At 500 hertz, I mean, we don't have to, but that would make another constant that we could, weigh things against. You can see our little resistance light right here is lighting up, so something's going on. That's for the transistor. Okay, so at 3,000 turns in a circular formation, lined like right up with the holes. About 25 volts. I want to see the. Wow, that's. Those are all negative spikes. And it's going through the. Yeah, let's try this. No? That would have been cool though. So I literally have no idea what to do with that information. I do know this, that 1500 turns, which is half of this coil, would be the same amount of turns in the drive coil, which I'm going to grab right now. I want the other one though. So we're going to turn off. Haha, I almost grabbed all that stuff with the voltage on and everything. I love this coil though. Put it over here because it's best on the wheel. It's really good on the wheel. Now I don't know if we're going to get a better reading on this one. So this is going to be one of the ones we actually use in the project. And with 12, oh, we're not even at 12 yet, right? Okay, 12. Different pickup coils. I'm trying to find the exact size I need because I'm going to have 6 of them together to equal the amount of voltage I'm going to need to make it work. So just like I'm going to test out the failures. We're going to see where I need to improve. And you know, another way that I tried it that didn't quite work out, we're trying to make it like a hexagon, you know, putting them all together on the coil like this, and having the coils just line up around in induction phase with the drive coil. So that's what we're trying to do. We're testing out 3,000 turn coil right now on our single drive. It's not good. It's like that litz. We might go litz wire. That's 100 hertz. That just doesn't seem that great to me. But if we break it down with the 6 coils, we need each coil to generate at least 3 volts. They have to generate 2.04 volts, but I like to oversaturate a little bit just to be safe. That's got to be the minimum that each coil generates. It's like 3.1 volts. So this one passes, but it's a little big, you know, and when we move it over to the side where it needs to go, well, we're still in the range. Yeah, that's good actually. We're still in the range. But that's only for a 3 coil setup. So, you know, it's like, it couldn't even be done. I'm wondering, you know, I don't know. But like, if there was a chance for it to happen, it would definitely be in the transformer step up kind of arena. And also in the induction arena. So the coil is radial like this, it's going this way. So the coil that's gonna be picking up should be radial like this and facing this way. They should definitely be doing the same thing. Oh wow, that's awesome. But at the same time, I think it needs to be twice as fat as it is. Yeah. So I think if I make this one like twice as fat and put 6,000 or try to stuff 9,000 in here, make it 9,000. And then I could put 3 of these little circle ones on the end of this big one. And with the way it is now, it's generating 2 volts. So I think if I had, like, make it twice as long, because make it any fatter and you're not going to be able to put any more than just that one coil in there. But this was the design that I wanted to go with, but I'm going to hook this up right now. I don't even get a reading if it's worth anything off of this. I mean, there is a fluctuation, so I know it's working. It goes up when I do the hertz, but it's nowhere near where it needs to be, and it only needs to be 2. This is roughly 1,500 turns, maybe a little less. I use a drill, so I don't know. I just kind of felt it by looking at that. So this one right here on the bottom is supposed to be half of that, and this one starts at like right here, like. So it's just a little bit of copper on the end, but I was, you know, experimenting with PLA, iron infused cores. So that's what we get, and that's right on the hole. For like this many turns. And that could be a lot less, actually. I wish there was a way for me to make, you know, something this size and be able to put it on my automated coil winder. But the shaft for the winder is like 10 millimeters. I can't make it, well, I mean, maybe I could, maybe there is a way to make a 10 millimeter hole down the center of these, and that way I can keep a number on the turns really easily. But yeah, I just kind of reduced it by half because it was a 1-inch axle for that one that I showed you, and that's a 1/4-inch axle. So you know, I had to feel my way around that one. But I printed that little nubby on there so I could put it in the drill. Because wrapping that one with my hand would have been a nightmare. That's 180 hertz. And that's perfect. Pretty much. Once it zero levels out, 180 is where it's at. Wow, that is not the pulse. The generator, signal generator here is not. Let's try changing the wave to a square wave. Alright, so. Alright, guys, gotta just keep it in my head that I'm not looking for outrageously large numbers. I'm looking for specific numbers. And those numbers will all add up to be 12 or more. And it's good if they're equal. So it's either going to be like 3 times 4 coils. It's going to be 2 times 6. And I think I was working on 2 times 6 right here. And then that little, just so it'll fit on the drill. Whew. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm gonna just try moving this around the coil real quick. In different positions. Because, I mean, the original design, when thought out, it was supposed to be a ring of coils going around the generator. But we figured out really early on that where we were going to put them, there was no energy to pick up. So we had to move our planned positioning from, oh God, this, no, my clips. You gotta like stay clipped a little bit. This isn't good. Alright, we got it. Move this one out of the way. I don't want to put it right on there because that fan turns on for any reason. Alright. So that's like, I gotta move this. No. Alright, so you're saying make it so it makes a little bit more than I need? That's a game plan as well. But right there in the hole, you get around 500 millivolts. And we need it to be 3 volts. But, so all in the pole right here is good territory. So that whole area is like 500, just right on the edge here. I'll put it on the top, kind of move it over to the edge, overlap it a little bit. Could line up some coils around here, but just I was thinking maybe just keep it in the pole and make the dimensions of all the pickup coils add up to a little bit larger area than that space. So I want them to overhang a little bit because the energy comes out a little bit. So it's like, and then I think it goes around like so, or something like this. At least some part of the field does. And then I was thinking, as we're experimenting, we take the other drive coil and we find out how big the field is, and we hook it up in the field like so. Right? Instead of pole to pole, we hook it up like this so that the magnetic field couples with the the 2 drive coils couple with each other. But I don't know exactly how to like make that happen. You know, the video that I saw on that says that it hasn't actually happened yet. But yeah, I think this is a good dimension. I'm not exactly sure why I like it, but it's just probably because it's circled. And then we end up making it 4, and they have to be at least 3 volts pop. Wow. There we go. Now, I thought I was looking for a black one. There's a blue one. Alright, so let's put it in position. So it'll go there and raise up a little bit. Perfect. It's like 5 volts. We want to make it though, so we fit 4 coils on there nice and good. So right here. That is like perfect. 3,000. So double the size of the drive coil in turns. And then times 4. So altogether that'll be 12. So literally it's 1 volt to every 1,000 turns, I think. It's not going to be that simple. It's not going to be that simple. Alright, so we get about 3.4. 3.5 times 4. So we're going to get over 12 volts, which is good, because we're just going to burst with like 12 volts. Not even use batteries. Ah. There we go. I can see everything nice and small. But that's falling in like 0.1 above where we need to be. And it's an inch and a half off. So let's put it right up where it should be. Still 3.5. Wow, I'm gonna make 4 of those. And they were gonna be triangles, but I found a lot of problems with the triangles. One is the wire gets caught on the triangles very easily. So it won't be hexagonal, it'll be more like 4-leaf clover. But this bad boy, I want to see it in action again. See if I can hook this up really fast. Now I just need dump that on the emitter. Alright, so I'm thinking here, if there's any problems, there are no problems. So the trigger is 26 and the drive is 20. And this coil is backed off in a half an inch, maybe more. But the pickup coil is already getting like 21 volts at the same output. But the difference in the difference really is in the amps, because the wheel's drawing 1.2 amps, which is reflecting in the voltage. What the hell just happened there? So I guess once you reach a certain speed, it just drops. Wow, man, that's well over 2,000 RPMs. Wow, man, that was going so fast. It's so smooth. That is amazing. I'm so happy with that. Right, Brian, but we're not going to be working out from the center. We're going to be going in a circle, so there's really only one side to work with. I mean, you could set up like an alternate path for it to go the other way as well, but it wouldn't be able to do it on the same path. Not with diodes in it. And I mean, just gotta, and I'm not saying that that isn't like a goal that we could have to like make it go both ways, the energy, but it won't be able to, like I said, on the same path do that. But that was amazing. That said 11,000. If you do the math, 11,000 divided by 4 is almost 3,000 RPMs. And that's the litz wire drive, man. That thing is mean. It's mean as a drive coil. Mm. Oh man. All right. Oh, I get what you're saying. Now I get it. So put a wheel right here. Hell yeah. Yeah, man. Since it's so cool at like how fast it moves. Do that. All right, hold on. I gotta check outside. Maybe I'll try something like that on my other table because, well, I don't know. It might work there. Should work there. Have enough room, I think. Yeah, they got a hole right here. A hole right there. So I'm thinking this one right here would be perfect. Alright, but I'm gonna go for just a second. I'm gonna leave the stream on. I gotta go to the bus stop real quick, but I'll be back. Hello, hello. I'm back from the bus. So what should I do here? I do have... Ah, man, that would be sweet. We could just have a demonstration of that right now. Alright, I need to get one more magnet for this. And I need a flange. I knew there was one lying around. It looks like I might not be able to use that particular one. But I can move like 3 of those magnets into a 4-banger. It might even work better that way. That'll work. Quick jerry rig. I'm all like telling myself, we can't do that right now. And I'm like, well, maybe we can. Oh, that is a filthy pull, man. You can hear the ground on that. In my closet forever. Alright, so I gotta go to the bus stop again in about 20 minutes.
Hello.
Hi, Paige.
Sup, chat?
And no. We'll just try and do them all the same. Wow. And that pole in the middle there is so magnetic. It's like so magnetic. It's like made out of pure iron. It's crazy.
You think we could bring back 3D printing rats?
Yeah, I could definitely 3D print you a rat.
Yay! So what's going on right now with the...
I'm gonna run a rotor on either side of that coil.
Alright.
That'll be fun, right?
Yeah.
Just one transistor, 2 rotors. And then we'll have all that room for pickup.
True.
Oh, wow. That's gonna be super exciting. Alright, I need to get 2 more. And they're in this one. Wow, they're kind of strong. I got these super duper, like 600 pounders. 2 of them, actually. I can make a pretty awesome rotor with those. Is that one? How many you get? I couldn't see.
How many what?
Views or likes.
212 likes. I mean,
Oh, wow.
not my best, but good, I guess.
Yeah, that's great. 112 likes. Haha. Hell yeah. Oh, they're too close.
Huh.
Well, no, I mean they're not, but they are. They're going
The
to
only
magnetically
solution-
couple. They're going to be magnetically coupled.
Only solution I have to that problem is move one farther away, or would that even work?
Yeah, it probably could work if they were a little bit farther away. It probably would work now, but I mean they're just magnetically coupled as well.
Yeah.
Oh, where did I had a little stack of magnets.
Mm.
Where did I put those? I gotta get one more. Where did I put them? That's empty. So let me put it over here. I want here. Just some more right there. Cool. All right. Yes, yes. What time is it now?
3:36 right now.
All right, so Caleb, we got like 20 minutes. Right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Let's
I'd
do
love
this.
to like come over there, see what's up, but like, you know,
Right.
don't want to get in the camera, don't want to get in the way of the camera, and yeah. Spinning so fast on camera it doesn't even look like it's moving. The one closest to you. How do I even describe that?
I think I spun them both the same way.
One of them looks like it's going a lot faster. Though it's like spun the same, one looks like it's going faster. I don't know if you spun one harder, because I did see it.
No, I see that.
Yeah. I mean, pretty good spin. Alright. Potential. No, not like that, not like that, not like that, not like that,
That's
not like
funny.
that, not like that.
It's funny.
Not like that, not like that. Not potential like
That's
that.
gonna start speeding up. I'm pretty sure. See how it's getting faster?
Yeah. That one's already,
Going really fast.
yeah. Already going faster than that one.
Hey Mike, how's it going, man? So I don't know, it's kind of picking up speed, right?
Yeah.
When I stopped it, it started it again.
Remember when we were like trying to get the ball to like levitate and it just wasn't working? It
Yeah.
was like a long time ago though. I
Yeah.
mean, we were trying and it just wasn't working the way that it was, you know, we wanted it to.
That's right, but we got it to spin.
Yeah, we got it to spin, but we didn't get to like start jumping out like
Well, I
popcorn.
think we gotta get it to spin faster. And then we should be able to make it levitate mathematically, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I'd love to see it start jumping out of the cup again.
But that's pretty cool. It looks like we're getting about half the power in one that we are in the other, though.
So.
Wait a minute, the coiled space? That's equal. That's pretty freaking equal.
Equal enough. I mean,
But I think that magnetic coupling Might be what's going on. I don't know.
Oh. Back off from that. Back off on the ball a little bit. Messing with it too much. Shouldn't it be equal if like it's in the middle of two holes and then like you put the pole like an equal amount of holes away from the coil? What am I trying to say?
No, that's the way it is.
Yeah. The way the world works.
Wow, man.
Pretty fast, I'm assuming.
Yeah, that was going pretty fast.
Yeah, and then like if you slow one of them down, will the other one slow down as well? Because like they're magnetically locked.
If they, not
Not locked.
Nah. They should if they're close enough. They would.
Yeah.
But they're far enough apart that this one isn't. Oh, it's going a little bit. Oh yeah, let's do like 9 volts, 9.2. Let's spin this one down.
You know what? I'm gonna join the stream on my phone, so. Here we go. There we go. Oh. Tiggs.
Hi, guy. You're looking for your.
And me.
I got him.
Wants to like the stream and left. Hi, kitty. I don't think the cat should be jumping on the table. One wrong move and.
Here.
Arms coming from the side of the screen and take the cat. Yay. Wonderful. Magical moment. Oh.
There it goes. That was enough.
Arms coming from the screen again. Say hi to everyone.
Like that.
Okay.
Oh no.
You clearly don't want to be up there, so.
I don't know. I just did one side and then the other, so we're split in different ways. I'm pretty sure.
Hi, kitty. You want to say hi to the chat again? He clearly doesn't want to be up there, so. Hey! Nuh-uh. I put you down.
So.
Hey. Good kitty. Want this? Get this stick?
So it's clearly less goes into one than the other.
Something's up.
Because that is picking up speed with me increasing the voltage, but it, or maybe it's that tinfoil that's playing with your eyes.
I mean, it could be. Now it looks like it's going a lot faster. You know.
Yeah.
Could be the tinfoil just messing with me, though. I don't know. It's just something about it.
Looks like it's going slower because it's got tinfoil on it, but that's just, no, and I think it is going slower. Let me check. Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't grade my against that, even if I got $1 million.
Anyway, this one is apparently getting the bulk of the juice, and whatever's coming off the back of the coil is going to that one.
I mean, it's because, like, the voltage box and stuff is, like, if that's even what you call it, is, like, closer to that side.
No.
Okay.
No, that...
Voltage box.
Yeah, that's right. The DC voltage box.
Oh. Hey, I got some of it, right?
Power supply.
Okay.
Alright.
I'm still learning. Close, but not there yet.
Makes me wonder if I, like, move it a little bit closer to one side.
Tiggs. And he's passing through.
I'm kind of thinking that it's got to kind of be exactly equal distance from each rotor for it to really work.
So what's the accomplishment of like this time around here? You know?
Oh, this one, I think I've centered it pretty good, and it looks like it's moving right along here.
I mean, what's the accomplishment of this? Sorry, like, what do I call this? This stream, kind of, you know, this.
Oh, we've been testing pickup coils. I've been testing this litz wire coil to see what its potential is, and right now it's looking pretty good. Oh, look at how fast that one's going now.
Ah, yes, finally. What'd you do to it?
I just moved the coil a little bit.
Wow, they're going like the exact same speed now.
Yeah.
Huh. So, it wasn't messing with my eyes, we just needed to move the coil a little bit.
Heck yeah. And now that it's centered,
Perfect. Wow.
do it on the other side too. Build another coil for the other side.
We did it, y'all.
Yeah. Woo!
We balanced it.
That's great. That coil is so, I didn't even think it would turn out that great, because as I was connecting all the connections, I just twisted them together because I don't have a, I'm not saying anything, but I don't have a soldering gun, and I didn't have enough of these clips to hook them all together. So I just twisted them, put some electrical tape to cover them up. I could have done shrink wrap if I had had them previous to making the coil. That trigger coil works really, really well, and I believe it adds to the drive just because it's in there. Like every magnet gives more of a... It definitely opens the transistor like it's supposed to.
Now, would that power the light if we hooked it up? However way you're supposed to.
Yeah, it could. I mean, I would need to hook up. Well, I might need to take this off.
No.
Yeah. Well, I don't know exactly. And then there's another like whole arena where, you know, I'm gonna be building it
Like that?
like that. It's gonna be connected together like this, in a circular shape.
Alright.
And it's gonna have
Something we've seen before, I believe.
these on the end here,
Okay.
and then these, like, it's gonna start with a pulse here, like a burst of energy, like 12 volts, at
It's
whatever
gonna-
frequency we decide.
Yeah, and then it'll travel around.
And we're gonna hook a light. See, it's gotta be able to handle, you know, some bare form of LED light bulb. This coil that we're talking about, it's still, we're still figuring out exactly how big it's gonna be.
Alright.
So it's gotta cover the light, and it's gotta cover the burst for the next coil. At a frequency, so I mean, I think with this thing right here, this E distribution, we can hook up the pulse signal generator to all of the sections. Okay,
Making good time.
we'll be back.
We'll be back.
Yep, we're going to the bus stop.
Yeah. Brief intermission.
Brief intermission, take a 5 break. That's what I'm gonna do.
back. I'm introducing it this time. Ha
Hey,
ha. Ha
how's everybody doing? Awesome.
ha. After that brief intermission.
Brief intermission, 10-minute, 15-minute intermission.
Yeah.
Okay. But the bus, we're all good.
My hands are pretty cold, but whatever.
So right here we got pole to pole. This is a powerful setup, but the induction isn't resonant, or it doesn't transfer to objects like what we're trying to do. Maybe let's hook them together like that. So like the field comes out and hooks into this coil like this. No?
Yes.
That's kind of what
So like a circular.
that's just one thing we're trying to do. And as far as I know, it hasn't been done yet.
Like a circular or an oval, kind of the same thing.
Yeah, an oval. And it
what I'm
might
saying?
ultimately be closer. It's like that. And what we're trying to have is power go into one and transfer to the other.
Yeah.
At least the same amount.
It's like a circle with one point at the top, one point at the bottom, and then it's like a train, kind of.
That's
The train is the energy, and it goes around one stop, moves to the next. See what I'm saying?
yeah, and that's how we're gonna set it up first. We're gonna set it up pole to pole. It's gonna go from here straight to here.
So yeah, instead of the circular kind of like straight line.
And it's gonna go around like this. There's gonna be 4 more coils like this. And each coil is gonna have pickup that's gonna act as the power supply for the next coil.
Excuse you, Tiggs. So I'm gonna keep in mind train circular, and then road straight. Hi, kitty. Oh, no.
So this is like 10 volts in.
Oh, no.
We'll see which disc wins.
Oh.
That's how I feel about it right now. It's like one disc is always gonna go faster than the other one. But they're kind of it's really balanced right now.
Hey, no. Stop. Tips.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Hey Tiggs, let's get Tiggs some airtime.
Alright. What do you mean? Like,
Get him on the camera.
oh.
Oh, okay.
Not
We're done.
that
We're
airtime.
done. We're done.
Alright.
Put him out.
Alright, let's go. Okay. We're out. Oh,
He wanted to get
you
you.
didn't listen the first time. And I said no.
You play that.
So
You
then we
play
gave
that
you
rough with
altitude.
him. That is freaking not good.
So we gave you altitude, not your time. Altitude. And you're gone.
Oh wow.
Banned from the stream.
No, we can let him back in. Just don't play rough with him like that.
He was doing it to me first. Okay, come on. Let's go. Come back. Time's up. You're on good. Let's go. Good boy. Modded.
Tiggs.
Okay. Oh, and there it goes. Now we can show you. Hey!
Don't let him scratch you like that.
I know.
Wild Tiggs. Tiggs. No, that's enough, Tiggs.
Okay, let's go. You clearly can't handle being here.
Wow.
Hey.
Why? Why? You got him so riled up. I don't know
I don't
what.
know what I did. I just
Yeah, that's no. Well, I
My
mean, why
existence.
though? Look at how synced these are, and they're just, that is so cool, man, Brian, thank you. I think Peter Hallfect also pointed this out. That's cool, man. One coil, 2 rotors. I mean, if we get all the wires right, we could probably hook up some induction around this thing that could light quite a few light bulbs.
Don't know. Wouldn't the light bulb heat up so much? If it's, one of those.
No, it would be alright.
Alright. That would be kind of cool, producing
Right,
like
two
so
or
much
three of
energy
them.
that the light bulb just kind of breaks from the heat and light and all the energy that's in there, all the buildup, and that would be cool if, you know.
Alright, I'm just making sure that... Alright, I do not have a pickup coil hooked up right now. So I want to do that. Since this is a litz wire coil, I'm wondering if we put it right here, if we'll get a better reading than with the straight wire. Man. This might be a little dangerous. The wires. Here, this is it. Alright, we're hooking up the meter to the coil.
Lowell just shows how much of the magnet's potential was going unused. Brian Burgess, 2020.
Heck yeah, man. I mean,
Wonderful quote.
this goes to show. Alright, here we go. Let's turn it on. I know you can't see it real well, but I'll keep you posted. So we're getting induction. So we're definitely getting induction from the magnets.
Be back.
Okay. So that's on. Can you turn the light off?
Uh-huh.
Close the door, please. Thank you. So the one isn't, it's got to be timed right. Oh, we're close. So we're going to try and spin it the other way. 60 volts. We need like 3 more. Not much more. Turn on any second if it keeps going up like that. We're at our 12 volts in. 1 amp in. But this is cool because we're picking up off the side, but we're getting magnetic induction too from the rotors. This isn't just off the coil, which is okay. I don't mind that. It doesn't prejudice the experiment in any way in my mind. Because it's all the same. And the number is the number. I mean, the way it is now, over here, it isn't even going to be an issue as to whether or not it will affect it. Huh. Well, here, let's start it again. So we're picking up barely any from the coil. That's all from the magnets. So if it's going to be all from the magnets, there we go. Whew, that did it. Just turn the coil. Wow. There goes the light. Yeah. Alright, I'm going to try and start them at the same speed. Or I'm going to spin them first and then I'm going to turn the power on and see if that works. Looks more promising. Heck yeah. Huh. Man, my cat was like being a rabid beast and attacking my daughter like.
Yay. Nope, not you.
So that's cool, man. But you know, it's a lot easier to light the light with the magnetic induction than it is with the electromagnetic induction contactlessly. I don't know what the deal is, but maybe 12 is too much. Because the one takes off, but the other one like doesn't grip it.
Sorry if I seem kind of stressed out in the back. Animating is not being very, it's not fun right now because apps. That's all I'm gonna say.
Or it's kind of zeroing out almost on the amps at 5.5. It's 100 milliamps though. Now it's starting to go up. Oh, it went down again. Huh. Make sure all these magnets are facing the same way. Or does one need to be south and the other north? I don't know. That's north. That's north. Oh, that's pretty synced up. I don't know, that's pretty fun. It's kind of... So, if we're using a signal generator, like I said, we're going to use this to pulse all of the coils with the signal generator. And we're just looking to find the frequency that we're going to hit. Boom, we're going to turn it off. Like one cycle, I guess it would be the length of that frequency. So I don't know exactly what the terminology is, but if it's 150 hertz, we want it to pulse 150 times and then turn off in that one cycle. So I think I got it right. And then, I don't know, with all of it, like, just the way I want to hook it up is I want that energy to propagate. So, you know, I got an idea for a cap. It's just this little bad boy here. It's 0.15 micro. See, look, it stopped. 0.15 micro, and I think it's 270 volts. It's a little ceramic one, and I don't know if it's what it is. Electrolyte? Yeah, probably electrolyte. It's an AC cap. Alright, but I'm going to take this. Put it over here. Now, I'm going to take this. Put it right there. I'm going to turn it up to 12. It only has 7 7.5 and 24 amps. Like, this is not a lot. Well, I mean, it's way more than what I'm putting in. That's for sure. And I mean, yep, the load is on. So the load is good. This is the true. Now we're at 12. 12.2. I'm gonna get a tack reading just because I want to get one. 2,000. Holy smokes! Look how smooth that's going. 2,150. Holy smokes! That's not a lot. That's not enough to light the light. And that's with this coil. That's with this huge 18,000 turns, taking up the whole field coil. You know, it's like, is it even going to be possible? And that's like pushed right up against the coil. So I mean, let's back it out if we can. I'm gonna turn it back on and it back out like that. Oh yeah, we're still good. 12 volts. I'll be right back. So I was thinking, one thing that would make both rotors run better is if they were north-south alternating, or one was north and one was south, and they were put on the right ones. Then it would run really well. But it's like one was being, it's like the way it was moving was counterproductive to itself. But if we move the magnets around a little bit, I'm sure it would work just fine. So here's where the debate is. Here's where it is right now. Do we roll with the single file generator coils, or do we make them litz wire? That's why I made it, to see if we were going to switch. If we're going to switch, we got to switch now. So I don't know. I kind of want to see what the big coils will get up against the wheel here. But this litz wire is pretty dope. And this is with it backed out. This is about 3/4 of an inch air gap. about 1,500 RPMs right now. So I'm thinking that the litz wire field isn't very big. Well, if you're getting that much of an increase in RPMs with just like a quarter of an inch backing out, there's definitely a smaller and more intense, definitely way more intense field. Without a doubt, it's like way more powerful. We're at 2,000 RPMs now. 1970. $2,018. Okay, so 2,000 is the new normal, the new low end. That is so neat. I don't think it's going to get the other 65 volts to turn on the light though, or the other 10 or so volts it needs. Not with it being that far away. I don't even know if it matters, like, too much. I'm just trying to make sure that that the magnets here aren't affecting this coil very much. You know, so I had to back it away a little bit. $2,300. I'm gonna cut it off. But I think that's sturdy enough to go to 3,000, without a doubt. Yeah, I have to buy that stuff though, man. I can't make a coil with 38 gauge wire, a litz coil. I'm not doing that. My hands aren't built to do that, so I definitely have to buy a roll of that stuff. I'm just trying to make the bobbin the right size, so when I spin it on there, it's like really easy to do. I'm not even gonna try. 26 is as high as I'm going for litz wire. Especially if I end up having to put it together like this, I'm not gonna be able to twist a 38 or anything higher than that either. Man, it's like I gotta accept my deficiencies. You know, my hands they shake. So I'm not doing any of that fine motor stuff anymore. I can't. I have to tap out. But you know what? Somebody else can do it for me, and I can pay them. But I think you're right about the litz coil on the pickup side would be great. So I think I might invest in that. If anybody knows a good place to up on some litz wire, you know, a 38 gauge or anywhere between 38 and 42, I'm ready. I don't need a lot of it, so I'm not looking for thousands of dollars. I'm just looking for, you know, like a few small spools. I'm willing to, you know, pay some money for that. But I know that they get real expensive when they get a lot of it going, so I don't want any of that, man. I'm not looking to buy bulk. I never had money to buy bulk. It's always just that much more than I have, you know? So I gotta get less than bulk, and it allows me to keep moving, and that's important for me. I don't sit on my hands well. I do not do that very well. I don't wait around. I can wait around a little bit, but there's got to be a sense that things are moving forward, or I'm gonna make a move and it'll probably be the wrong one. That's just how I am, you know. Things have got to have a forward momentum. They gotta have, if things aren't moving at all, they gotta appear that they're moving forward. If you get my drift. Whatever we do to trick our minds into thinking it is a certain thing, we gotta have that ability on. You know what I'm saying? That ability's gotta be a go, and blah blah. Then I wanna get, I think, oh man, Beat gave me, the name of Tunian. Anyway, it's the bracket. It's a shape, and it holds the neutrons at a 45-degree angle. I need to get myself 3D printing some of those. The TUNNION or something like that. These are all pretty special. I mean, they're only copper, but they got a hollow sphere in the middle. And then with the Tunian thing, it'll be held on a 45-degree angle. And you see, when you hold them straight up and down, you got very little surface area that's being affected by the main pulse. You turn it on a 45-degree angle, and you got this whole flat area. And it'll spin the same. It'll spin way better, actually, on 45 than it will straight on. Oh, and that's why that piece is so important to this thing. And it's a tabletop representation. Don't want to say replica, because I'm not trying to do the exact same thing. I'm trying to do what works for me and have it work. So it's a representation of the OTC X1, which is in and of itself a UFO time machine, created by Otis T. Carr. I don't have any of his data, so I'm not doing his thing, but he is definitely an inspiration for this project. Right on.
Yeah, I'm just sitting here trying to make a video, so I'm
That's
not
cool. Heck yeah. Which one are you making?
A trend.
Nice. So this is it right here.
Well, a trend that was requested by someone that I've been thinking about doing, but then I asked if I could put them in it, so, well, now I kind of gotta do it. Committed to doing it before I do anything else.
So the Utron will go in here like this, being held on a 45-degree angle by the Tunian, probably, Utron, Tunian, yeah. Every other one will have one of these in it, and then like a strip of aluminum, or maybe I'll have, a company that prints metal, print me two shapes, one for the top. Well, actually it'll be one shape because it's got to wrap around. Forgot about that. The aluminum has to wrap around this thing. But I'll get the dimensions and see if we can't get 6 nice pieces of aluminum. And now that I think about it, that probably cost a couple grand. To have it shaped like that, and then have like the 3 or the 6. I have aluminum plating that I can just cut out. I'll probably cut myself a lot, but that's okay. But it's thinner. It's not going to be thick. It might be thick enough to do what I want it to, but it's definitely not going to be plate thick. It's like just above foil thick. It's a couple tenths of a millimeter, I think. Just thicker than foil.
Yeah. Alright, that was off.
You see that?
Yeah. I look up and it's the first thing I see.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's I hope. I don't know. I hope him being an inspiration doesn't cause any problems.
Inspiration, doesn't like. You're not gonna get attacked for it. That's all I'll say. No.
Yeah, I don't know.
Depends.
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 But we're getting readings like 2,300 RPMs off of this disc, and that is making me happy.
Mm.
That's like almost as much as I've ever gotten, and like the more than that. It was an axial flux, which I'm planning on using this coil or a coil similar to it to run axial flux as well, because I mean the litz wire coils for drive are stupendous for both.
Yeah.
But I gotta get the thinner gauge litz wire.
So happy this is done.
Sweet.
You know, because it's like I can't do anything until I have a request done, or they're gonna think I'm off doing something else. Like, nope, working on something for you, specially made for you. Taking time out of my other stuff just to do this for you.
Wow, make it seem like such a burden.
We did it.
Yay. Wasn't that big a deal, was it?
Not really. I mean, I wanted to do it, so I'm happy. Happy as you are when you got. I completely forgot you were doing and made you happy. Don't even ask how I just forget that easily. And then, boom. Okay.
Alright, so I want to test something out, and it's like, we're going to put this coil up next to it. Yeah, that's, see? What's right up next to it is pretty good. The light goes on. Now if I put it directly facing, yeah, there it goes on again. Even better. So it is all the magnets when you have it not behind it. Oh, it's close. It's close. We're at 15 and 1.3 amps in. $2,400. Yeah, it's got to go probably around 3,000 to get the light on it. That's awesome though. But the last thing I'm going to let happen is that these magnets fly off of this thing. That can't happen again. So I might actually put some reinforcement tape on it. Hope it doesn't disturb its ability to spin. That would suck. That is awesome. Very fun. Very cool. Now if I make this propagator work, we're going to have 6 drive coils, and then we're going to have 6 rings of pickup coils, which are going to be placed probably in the pole. So altogether, all 6 or 4 coils, I'm not sure actually whether we're going to do 6 or 4. But all of the coils either have to equal 2 volts or 3 volts, or a little bit more than 2 or 3. Depending on if we do 4 or 6 coils. Thinking we might do 4, and have each one be 3.2 or 3.5 volts. We want to have, we're going to have it overflow just a little bit for each section, especially if we're going to use caps. To balance out that 12 volts. I don't know exactly how we're going to do it, but based on the knowledge that I have from the circuits that I've put together, we can do this. Whether it'll continuously go, I don't know. I haven't seen anything like that, but we're going to do it, and it should work. Everybody seems to think it'll work, and like, we got to find the best way to fire it off, because each circuit, well, the power supply will be the ring of the previous circuit, or the power supply will be the ring of the previous coil. So like, this ring will be the power supply for this coil. Simple, right? Then we're going to get a small LED in there, probably a 3 volt LED, nothing special, just to show you where the energy is and how it's looking throughout the whole thing. Each section's going to have a light. And then, you know, there's lots of possibilities. Either they're all going to flash one after another, they're all going to be on at the same time, and that's the one I think is going to happen, is that they're all just going to be on, which is okay. That's a win. It just means the frequency's a little high. Then we got to have something. See, I think we're going to end up needing something that's going to time this if we want to have a cascade. And it might be anything from a diode, as simple as a diode, to having like a 555 timer or something. I don't know how all that stuff works. I just know that it's out there. I know that it's an option if we need it. Don't know if we can use it necessarily, but I know it's out there. Because, I mean, just coming up with, well, I'm always trying to light this light bulb and it takes 65 base volts to light it when it's on. So the resistance is real, because we get it up to 75 volts anyway with the resistance in there. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, we're not looking to light that light in this propagator. We're looking to get 12 volts out of our coils, maybe 12.5 volts. Who knows? Maybe it's going to be like 15 volts altogether. And each coil, maybe not 16 volts. Each coil is 4 volts. That's like 1 volt more than we need per coil. And when it gets going to the next section, we want to have it filtered, rectified, and in a cap, ready to burst out at 12 volts. So we need to figure out how we're going to do that. I have no idea how to do that. I just know that it can be done. And I'm going to talk with Chat about this, and we've talked about it like a couple conversations already. And she says it can be done, but she's encouraging, and she says a lot of my stuff can be done, and I'm pretty sure it can, but I mean, obviously, maybe it takes a little more. I got to be more specific, and it's hard to be specific. This guy I was watching on the stream just the other day, he said it's hard to go out and find stuff when you don't even know what it's called.
True statement right there.
That is so true.
So true. I mean,
So, you know, it's hard to find the right capacitor when you don't even know what it looks like.
I'm trying to Google the name of something, and I'm putting in the most random stuff ever, and I'm not even getting anything close to what I want.
Right. It's like, God, And then it's like so easy to everybody else that's doing it, but they know what everything's called.
Yeah.
Ugh, it's all right.
It's like when you need something. Like,
all
when you
right.
don't need it, it's there. When you need it, it's gone.
That's something
You know?
totally different, Paige.
Hey, come on, it's kind of similar.
It is. It's along the same lines, but it's like it's like a different emotion. Well, so, and this is 18,000 turns single file, and we're barely getting enough electricity to light that light. But, like if we take, I can't find one. Oh, they're over here. Yeah. I broke one of my LEDs. That's not good. And this light is a little too much as well. But I'm only going to do one this time instead of three. I'm going to take it right off the big light. Alright, so we got our LED right there. Hooked up to our bridge rectifier. And this is, I mean, it's going to be way more than enough to power the light. As it should be. Should have worked. Maybe I. Yeah, that's what I did. I think anyway. Because it is hooked up to a bridge rectifier. I'm just hoping this will work. Yeah, that's what I thought. I just hooked it up backwards, that's all. Alright, so that's pretty much all we need to light, maybe less than that. I'm thinking more like a 3 volt instead of a 12 volt. And then we need 3.5 volts above that. Wow, and that thing's going pretty fast, but we're only at like 7.8 volts in, 0.5 amps. Looks like we're gonna hit our mark at that speed, or I mean that voltage. I don't know though. I mean, I'm gonna have to start hooking it up to the signal generator. But that's perfect right there. 3.1 is like the money, and then we're just gonna add 0.4 more to make it a buffer, so that it hits 12 volts every time. And then a little bit will be sloughed, so it'll be a little less inefficient to make sure that it works every time. I think that's a give and take that works. Because, I mean, to be less efficient, to win the day, I don't know. See, a lot of people don't think that's even possible. But I think it'll work a lot better than 3.1 volts, having 3.5 go in. So there's going to be 4 generator coils, 4 pickup coils. On the end of this coil right here. So they're going to be like that. They're going to hang over a little bit. They're probably going to be twice as long as this though. About that long. A little smaller than this, diameter wise. Put it right on there. 4 of them. And that could definitely be linked in either series or, I think it's going to be series definitely, because it's such a small number of voltage, you've got to hook it up in series and pulse it. Now, this is a wild idea. Maybe we could have all the rings hooked in parallel after they're hooked into themselves in series. So, and then just have it all pulse at the same time. So like each ring of coils would be hooked up parallel to the next coil. Yeah, that's exactly what I've been saying the whole time. So one ring is the power supply for the next coil. And then this ring will be the power supply for the next coil. And we want it to generate roughly 15 volts. Get a little 12 volt cap with 0.5 amps worth of capacitance. I don't know how that works. I heard that one was like synonymous with the other, but I don't think it works that way actually. I know that a cap converts volts to amps, but we're looking to have like both readily available if we're going to use a cap. Pretty sure we can do that. Absolutely. I'm pretty sure these will even work. I mean, it's a 0.15 micro. Put one on each side of the coil. So there it is. You got 3.2 and the light is on. And it's only 8 volts. So we're way ahead here. Let's put it up to 12 and see what happens. Alright, so yeah, we got our 4, maybe. Our light's all the way on, we're going to get 4 volts on top. No, we're not. 3.9. Anything over 3.1 is good though. $2,400 at 12 volts on the nut. All right. Believe it or not, I am remembering 3/4 of what we're doing right now. And that's good. That's a good, that's exactly what we want. But look at how big this coil is. We don't want that. Let me look here. Put this coil at needs to be about the same size. Actually, not the same length as this, but it'll be a little bit smaller diameter than that. So, be long and 4 longer, skinnier coils. They just have to pick up 3 volts. See it right there, it doesn't seem like that's going to work though, does it? Because this coil just picked up 3 volts with the light on. Or almost 4 volts with the light on, and it's 18,000. So what I'm thinking is, the 4 coils that we do have to equal at least 18,000 turns altogether. That's what I think. I think if we match that up in some way, shape, or form, that we're going to have virtually the same output. But we can mess with it. You know, we can have 2 in series and 2 parallel, or we can have 2 series in parallel, or we can have 1 series. You know, there's lots of things that we could do with 4 coils that we can't do with 1. See, with the 4 coils, well, I mean, technically we're going to have to run them in series and then dump them into the next coil. As long as if that's what we're doing, that's what we're doing. And that's the only way that what we're doing will work. And we have to do it that way. But it's not like we can't finish that, video catalog it, and then put it together another way. We can do that. So all this is doable. It's awesome. It's like years of stuff for me to do. We can get it done in a week, though. That's what we're going to do.
Years of work done in a week.
This is an expensive project, though. I'm not going to lie. To make these 2 coils, and this litz wire coil is 5 pounds of 20 gauge. And I used every single inch of it. Go to Amazon, look up 5 pounds of any wire.
We got an Irish viewer. Hello.
Hey! Hell! What's up, Steven? So, I think we're going to go with round instead of triangular too, because trying to wrap these triangle coils is like a nightmare. They get caught on the corners, the wire does, and then you finally, when you recognize that you've got a snag, you're like 3 layers deep, and it's like, yeah, that's like 75 turns. So, yeah, we're going to go with the round ones. Excellent, excellent. Yeah, that's about right. It's about 4:30 in the afternoon here.
Not 4, it's 5 o'clock.
It's 5 o'clock, my bad.
I'm looking at the time right now, and I hear you say 4:30, and I'm like, okay, 17:03.
You know, I was going through like the elevation charts, and where we used to live is one of the highest points in the world.
Wow.
And that's like literally right in the middle of Lake Superior.
Wow.
It's
Lake
amazing.
Superior is one of the deepest lakes in.
It's a huge hill that it covers like 4 or 5 states. It's like straight,
wow,
casual elevation, and that's like its peak.
Dang.
That's why they call it God's country. It's like one of the highest points on the globe.
Dang.
Well, I don't know if that's why they call it God's country, but you know, it kind of makes sense.
Probably some sort of religious thing.
No, just that it's high. Lake Superior is I don't know how many feet above sea level.
Wow.
Like the whole lake is about.
High lake, but it's a deep lake. Wow.
I mean, about 13,000 years ago, this was the site of a great, one site of a greater cataclysm.
And he forgot how to speak English for 0.2 seconds. Not you, not them, you.
Me?
Yeah.
I guess. What, when I say cataclysm?
Yeah.
That reminds me of playing video games.
Playing soccer too. Okay, maybe not that game. Sadly.
So I think too much.
100 views, 17 likes, 2 comments on cooking.
That is great.
20 minutes ago.
That is awesome, Paige.
I'm cooking. Y'all, it's time to cook.
It's time to make dinner.
No, not that. Slang.
Oh, it's slang. I got you. It's time to roast. It's not a roasting.
No.
I'm good
Y'all
at
teach
that.
my dad slang. Teach him the meaning of cook and roast and the differences.
Look it up. Don't
No.
be shy.
He'll catch on. He'll catch on soon. Don't worry. To make fun of someone in a playful way is roast, and then to perform, do, or proceed well. And then the difference is like if you're cooking, you're doing good. If you're roasting, you're like, well, if you're cooked, you're not doing good. If you're roasting someone, you're basically just making fun of them in a playful way, humorous.
So uncooked means I screwed up.
Yeah, and then you're cooking means you're doing good.
Wow. We're almost cooking here.
Okay.
I think I got it right. All right. It is a great day today.
Indeed.
All right, we're good here.
Wonderful day to
All right.
another brief intermission. I just gonna say that.
Yeah, we just get. I had to answer that one.
Brief intermission.
Brief intermission. All right, we're almost hooked up here. Now I was thinking along the math of 9,000 turns for the coils.